Hello Libra, welcome to BRB Tarot. This is your lunar cycle reading for the time period of May 27th. This reading is valid until the time period of May 27th from whenever you're watching. Okay, so let's start your lunar spread and let's see what we have for you for this time period. Now, this particular spread is valid for April and May month, and majority this message is for the month of May, starting from the last new moon to the coming new moon, which is on 27th of May. So, let's see what we have for you. This is for the Librans. Okay, so let's start. All right. I think it's one or two more shuffles there. Okay, now we can start. All right, now, so we have here the Empress. That's interesting. Now, this is your past new moon energy, which is your earlier intention, which you have set out. Beautiful card. This is for your self-love, self-nurturing energy. Moving on towards your crescent, waxing crescent phase, which is all about action. What action you want to take up is Temperance card. That's a major arcana, another major arcana. Moving on towards your next action, your challenge towards the action is the Tower card. Wow, I mean, there's some really major energies coming for you this summer. So it's the Tower card. It's like really, really active energy. And again, another major arcana for you. That's the Fool for your waxing gibbous phase. It's about adaptation, what really you're adapting to. And as you move on towards your manifestation here, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful, positive card. All about, nurturing yourself, putting yourself, and, wish fulfillment for some of you. So, and being in your garden, being in your space. Yeah. So moving towards the waning phase now as we move down. What you need to let go, Queen of Cups, emotions. So yeah, and then the last quarter we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is the resistance to the change. So the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I think family dynamics are definitely involved here. There are some family dynamics which are resisting the change. And what are the learnings here? What you do learn is the Four of Cups. Yes, you have learned what exactly is not for you, what really, is keeping you dissatisfied. Okay, all right. So, and the new intention for the coming future, what we have here is the Four of Swords. I think you really need that rest and recuperation, which you've been hoping for. Some of you are really, planning for vacations and traveling. So this is definitely for you. And then moving on towards the present energy, what we have in the present is the Seven of Swords. Okay, there could be some deceptive energy around you. There could be also some kind of a challenge in terms of past experiences. So we'll see as we clarify. That's all we have for you here now. As we move on, I'm going to take one card each for each of the phase from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and then we will close this reading with some universal messages for you from the Tea Leaf Tarot. Okay, so tea leaf cards, not Tea Leaf Tarot. Okay, so starting from the Empress here, what do we really need to know about the Empress, and then ending towards the Seven of Swords after the Empress. Okay, so all right, let me just rearrange these. I think the spread, especially the waxing phase for you, especially the initial part of the May, is going to be very, very major, because there are some really major changes which are taking place. Some of you could be also changing cities, changing places, changing locations, finding a new job, finding a new hobby, finding a new relationship, finding something new, starting something new. Also, there is a really, really massive change, especially when you're taking action towards this. Okay. All right. The Empress is clarified by the two of. Okay, let me just. Should I? Yeah. I need to reshuffle this again. Let me reshuffle this again, and then we'll take this cards. Okay. What do we need to know for Libra? Interesting spread here. Also, a lot of cup energies, especially in the waning phase. You're letting go of emotions. There have been some emotions which have been just, really taking up a lot of space in your head, and you just wanted to clarify and just clear off some of the emotions. Okay. The Empress is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles here. Yeah. You're setting out your intention to, and I think you're getting that because that's what you want. You want the Nine of Pentacles, and earlier you had been setting out your intentions on Nine of Pentacles. So I think you're receiving that in your manifestation. So good job, hook by a crook. I think especially the fate is in your favor because I feel there are so many massive changes that you've gone through. You deserve this. So you're definitely deserving this treatment. So this is definitely taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. You're in your own garden, in your space, resting, recuperating, also just tending your own self and enjoying your luxury, enjoying whatever you have earned. So I think you wanted that and you're receiving that by the end. And Empress is all about definitely a fertile energy. It's about growth, it's about beauty, it's about luxury, it's a very Venus energy. So it's about embracing your feminine side, your creative side, and and you're creating that. You are really creating that space for yourself, which you want to enjoy, and which bask in your own glory or bask in your own resource things which you have beautiful things which you have collected around you. I think you want that, and the garden which you have tended, you want to stay in that energy and just take a moment and stay. And I think this is what you're going to receive also as a manifestation. Okay. Moving on towards the Temperance, here we have the Ten of Swords. So it seems like there have been some ending of cycles, especially something is going away from you. Also, I think a part of you is definitely going away from you, and I think you're also reborn and you're learning to balance yourself and keep up your balance. So Ten of Swords definitely is about endings. It's about, death, or it's about, being dead. But being dead in tarot does not mean physical death. I think it's more to do with the ending of a cycle which have been hurting you, or an ending of some experiences, of harsh experiences which you've been going through. So I think here, especially towards the action phase, you're working towards ending some projects, ending some deadlines, ending maybe some of the older things which are not serving you, and you're learning to at the same time keep up a balance. Especially I'm getting a lot of work and office balance, or work at home balance, and I think balance between friends relationship and friends and partners, and balance in community. You want to give equally to everyone, and you don't want to miss out on anyone. And I think this is what you are trying to do, and you will achieve that. You will definitely. It's just you need to prioritize and end some of the things which are not serving you, or I think end some of the projects which you have already started, and then move on. Okay, so I think you're doing that, and that through, and also at the same time you're balancing. So that's major for you. Okay, and as we move towards here, the Tower is clarified by the Four of Cups. We do have the Four of Cups, which is in the waning crescent phase, and especially now this is about learning what you're really learning here, but this is also the challenge. So your challenge is to, especially what is not whatever universe is bringing, you're not interested, you're not satisfied, you're just not interested emotionally, you do not want to invest in this. Okay, and this could be an opportunity which is coming to you, maybe through work, maybe through family dynamics, whatever it is. I think there is an opportunity coming, and I think you're not, because this is the clarification for the tower. Now, the tower is about universal interference, okay, which is like a massive change, which compels you to change. And I think you are not interested. You do not want to budge. You do not, because so this could be like a very challenging situation for you, and it's to test your patience, your stubbornness, your willingness of desire. What really do you want? And I think the tower is somehow makes you move, but it does make you move towards your goal. So we need to also understand this tower is not all about negative, you know, pushing or pushing towards something harmful, or you have to deal with something harmful. I think it just brings in some kind of a massive change, massive or like a sudden situation which is not explainable, and it just comes out of the blue. And that could have been, that could be your experience where you're not really, and it's something which is, especially when it's brought by the universe, you seem to be not interested in it. It could be an opportunity, it could be something very new. Okay, but we'll see what exactly happens, because we have here the Fool card. Something new definitely starts around this time. So you did took the opportunity. So let's see. As we move on towards the Fool, what do we need to know? We have here the Death. Wow. Okay, so after the Death comes the Temperance, and here we have the Fool. So the Fool here is at the position of waning gibbous phase. So this is the phase when you are all about, adapting to changes, learning things, and at the same time making adjustments, and or really finding the way out of situations in order to reach to your manifestation. And what you have realized is that the Fool here uh, is 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 definitely something which is starting anew, starting afresh. So you're ending things. I think there is definitely a death here which is pushing you towards to start something new. Now this could be a new job opportunity. I'm definitely getting that for many of you, or could be also a new relationship. Could be also a new because if it is this, then definitely you've gone through the breakup phase, which could be very harsh for you. Or it could be also that you just move on and move to a place. If you were in long distance, you've moved towards your partner, or your partner have moved towards to your in your city. Something of that dynamic could be happening. But there's definitely an ending of things. You're letting go, or there could be you're learning to let go of some of the old paths and old things which were really challenging for you. And it was definitely surprising, because it was something which it just happened, and you didn't even catch your breath, and it just happened in a blip, and everything just changes. But it's happening for you to achieve your manifestation. So I mean, this could be also very, very positive news for many of you. Could be that you're pregnant, because we have here the Empress card. That could be something very new, definitely. If you have found out that you're pregnant, or it could be also that you have changed your job, or suddenly you're promoted to a position. Now you have to move out maybe in some different location. Or could be also that you've got a wedding fixed, or your marriage is fixed, or something like that. So, like a really surprising situation, although you were not interested, but I think you have to budge, you have to change, you have to move on, and you've realized that, and you're doing that. Okay. because the Fool and the Death coming together is like a massive, massive change, which is letting you start anew. Moving on towards the Nine of Pentacles, here we have the Five of Wands. Now, this could, you're definitely getting that manifestation that you desired, but it's after like a lot of permutations, combinations which you have tried in mentally in your head. Okay, this is what I'm getting with the Five of Wands, nothing much. So there had been a lot of planning, plotting, executing going on in order for you to do this. And I think you have been successful till now, and it is still going on in your head, but it's like sometimes it's just out of control. And sometimes it's just too conflicting, too much of thoughts, or too many ideas, or like too much of energy, passionate energy. So I'm also sensing that some of you are missing work if you are in a vacation going somewhere, or if you are in a very relaxing place. I mean, it could be very overly relaxing for you, and this could be like really, really, because a lot of times, especially when we are so used to the fast life, we really do not able to understand and really enjoy the relaxation, because sometimes relax can get too relaxed, and that can be disturbing. So I think I'm also getting that for many of you. Okay, moving on towards the waning phase here for the Queen of Cups, here we have here the Six of Wands. That's nice. So there is definitely success in understanding what you need to let go of and what you need to resist, what you need to really leave behind. And I think you're finding here that this could be definitely a water sign person, like a really feminine water sign person. There are no genders attached to this. This could be a male or a female, either a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces person that you're involved with. Okay, or this could be also you. I mean, this could be also your emotional side. So I think you are winning this side by letting go of it and letting go of something which is not serving you emotionally. Okay, so the Six of Wands. Now moving on towards the Ten of Pentacles here. What we have for this is the Judgment card. That's nice. So you're again, I think some of you are coming into this awareness that family and community is really, really important, especially during this time when you're extending your family, when you're planning to, have a baby, or you're planning to, get married, settle down, things like that. So I think some of you are really coming to understand that, and there's a new phase of life which is starting, and I think it's a very superb kind of life for many of you. Okay, so but this could be also very challenging, especially for really overly career ambitious people. I think that kind of a suburb life where you're just, all settled, everything is just going well, all you're doing is just going out, doing some workshops, going shopping, doing your little chores. And I think, but for many of you, this could be not very challenging, okay? And I think you want that fast career kind of life and a corporate life, and could be that you're bored, especially if you are, or you're thinking that way, that you will get bored after marriage. And that could be also one of the fears for you to let go of certain situations and emotions. And yeah, but try not to think so much, because you can work from home, there can be career and home. So if it is some kind of a challenge, I'm also getting for many of you, if you're changing homes, especially if there is a call in a career that you need to start somewhere new, going away from family could be really challenging. So I think some of you have to really prepare yourself emotionally to move on and settle in a different city, in a different location. That involves a very different, preparation. So you're understanding that, and it's a start of a new phase, because we have here the death, we have here judgment, which really talks about how after a death there is a new awakening that happens. Okay, All right. Moving on towards the Four of Cups, here is very much explained by the Ace of Cups. Well, that's interesting because there is definitely a love offer coming in. I did realize that, because it was happening here with the Tower, there could be like you got proposed. I mean, surprise, you just got proposed. If I'm giving you spoilers, I'm really sorry. But you got proposed. There is definitely proposal coming up for many of you, okay? Someone standing with a ring. I can see that. And you're just so much, uh, you know, it's just, it just takes you so much by surprise that you're just not, you seem not interested, okay, because it's just the surprise. I think you've not really catch your breath and god catch yourself in that moment yet. So I think slowly but surely by the end of the lunar month you are realizing that you got proposed. Oh wow. So I think that's happening. So if it is, congratulations. I think that's really good for you. Yeah, we have here the Ace of Cups, which is for the Four of Cups, and so yeah. And I think this is also an overall learning because this is right at the end. So this is what you're learning, that you got proposed, or there's definitely cards of love coming in your life, and lot of love, lot of protection, lot of care from someone. And I think this could be also you learning to love yourself, and not, or realizing that the proposal which is coming for you was not really worthy for you, because you know how much you need, especially if you have your love meter dialed up at a particular number and you know that you want that, okay. And I think if someone is coming in with something of a lesser value, you are just not interested, okay. Just filling the glass there, not interested, okay. So I'm getting that a lot, and I think I'm also getting many of you dating, going out, having fun, having a time of your life, and not really seriously thinking about love, but that makes you a very attractive candidate, especially for marriage, okay. Now, moving on towards the Four of Swords here, for which is the upcoming intention. Now, what we have for you there is the Two of Pentacles. Now, funny thing is, earlier when I was picking up the intention for the first one, which is the Empress card, I was getting the Two of Pentacles, okay? But I somehow felt it was not for that intention. But definitely, this is for your future intention. You do want to just have some rest. Give yourself some rest. Give yourself a break. Because you've just gone through so much, okay, at a go. You did receive everything. You did know what to let go of, and now you just need to rest. You need to take some time off, maybe just catch up with your sleep, for many of you, okay. And but there is so much going on, especially it is so overly stimulating emotionally, so much overly stimulating, okay. So especially there is like a to and fro, where you're trying to really balance your work life, your family life, your dating life, your love life. I'm getting long distance relationships for many of you. I mean, so there's like a lot of balancing going on, which is really taking away the fun. So because of this reason, you want this. You want that rest. You want to just lay flat and just sleep. Take some rest. Okay. So this is what I have. And I think you're also really pumped up, because I can feel like this really pumped up kind of energy. Okay. Now the Seven of Swords here, which is the present card. Okay. Seven of Swords. Now, seven, and the overall seven is about waiting, is about the progress towards the action. So, I think for some of you, you are moving forward, but you're also leaving out certain things, and you're looking back because there's seven of swords card if we see the right of weight, and we'll see what clarifies this. So we have here the 10 of wands. Yeah, there's like a lot of baggage. I'm sensing like a lot of baggage, hence, and I think you're just there because we have here the 10 of swords also. Okay, but at the present, I think you're just so loaded with work, just about to reach there. So do not give up. Okay, do not give up. And and I think you're trying to make your way through things, through past experiences, and I'm getting a lot of office situations, office scenarios. For many of you, could be involved with some people in the team members who you have to be like really diplomatically involved with them, and you have to really channel your diplomatic energies and deal with certain situations, especially in corporate. So if not that, I think I'm also sensing for many of you like um, yeah, I think work, especially work, I think it's getting more related to your work. Because I know Librans, they love to work, and they're also very righteous people, so they know what is right and what is not right, and they will fight for it. Okay, so I think you're just so loaded with work, especially there is work involving traveling. Okay, that's there. And but you're just about to finish it, you're just about to finish that project. But something here I think tells me that you need to be really careful around how you're dealing things. Okay, things could be very sensitive around this time, especially right now when you're hearing this and you're reading, because this is your present energies and you have like massive change ahead of you coming in. Okay, Libra, this is what I have for you. Now, from the Seven of Swords, moving on towards the Nine of Pentacles, what exactly are the energies? What do we need to know? We're just going to take some universal messages for you here, okay, and see what exactly is coming for you. This is for Libra, okay? Wow, definitely Libra. And I'll show you why. Okay, just give me one more. Just give me a moment here, and okay, there we go. We got the last one, the weeping willow. All right, now. Okay, some of you have to leave family and go away, and I'm feeling really sorry if you have to go away like on a very long trip or far away somewhere. I don't know where you're going with all this. Going to Australia? Hard to tell. So here we have the first one is harp, which is great happiness. So good, soothing, nice time, great happiness coming your way. And then we have scales. This is why I said this is for Libra, definitely. The scales. Keep your life in balance. I think there have been definitely some misbalancing going on, because I can see if we compare the waxing phase and the waning phase, waxing phase is really heavy because they're like really heavy cards, the major arcana cards I can see there. Okay, so you have to also see what you can let go of. And there is a massive sacrifice coming in, because the third message from the universe says, which is weeping willow. Okay, so this one says family sorrow. I think some of you have to let go of family, let go of family members. If someone have passed away in your family, I'm really, really sorry if that you have experienced. My condolences to people who have lost members. Okay, and then so I think that's what will slowly but surely get you towards this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is being in your garden and loving yourself. Okay, so I think when we do that, when we move away from family, we do realize the importance of family, as we could see here in the Ten of Pentacles. And also we understand why, and we get more closer to the family. So there is definitely some positive notes to it. Okay, but I think with this, you've got the message loud and clear. if you like this reading, please do let me know in the comments. Do hit subscribe. Do like this video if you like this video. Okay, and come again soon on PR View Tarot. Thank you so much, Libra.